Well, welcome back to another episode of Satisfying Static. We are staring down the barrel of a random word generator right now. I'm concerned that we're
Are
going
we?
to
You
have
have
to hit... I have it pulled up. It's pulled up, yeah. I just don't want to have to hit it 6 times. All right, so first
Here
one.
we go.
Valley.
Okay, weird one. I don't know how far that'll take us, but we could try.
So I have 2 directions when I hear valley. The first,
Okay.
Hidden Valley Ranch.
Oh, okay. All right.
Which
Interesting.
is in the Midwest like a staple, right? Like people put it on their pizzas and would arguably bathe in
People
ranch.
do. I don't. People do. Yeah,
People
absolutely.
do. I'm not. Do you like ranch in general?
I'm not a ranch person. No, I don't really. I I'll eat it on some things. Occasionally I'll be like, okay, yeah, that sounds good. But I'm not like, yeah, can I get a side of ranch with that? You know what
Yeah,
I
me
mean? Like,
either. I think I'm firm in the okay on chicken items camp. Like
oh,
chicken
okay.
wings, chicken
Got
tenders,
it.
chicken
Yeah.
nuggets.
Uh-huh.
But anything outside of chicken, like pizza, I'm not.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm
a
not here
ranch
for
on
it.
pizza type of person. I wonder if people listening are.
I'm sure
Let
there's
us
going to be a
know.
handful that are. Yeah, I'm
They're
sure.
going to be so mad at us like we're not listening anymore because you don't like ranch on pizza.
But the important question, are you in the pineapple belongs on pizza camp or not?
So I'm allergic to pineapple, so that makes sense.
How did I not know that about you? I did not know that you were allergic to pineapple.
Yeah, I mean, like, I won't die or anything, but yeah, my stomach will hurt real bad and like my mouth will get itchy.
You're
So
pineapple intolerant. I didn't know that. Oh, it's
yeah,
so good on pizza, though.
I mean, I have had it on pizza and I do think it's good, but would I order pineapple on pizza? No, because I'll probably regret that
For
severely.
obvious reasons. Jesus. The other
Mhm.
direction that my brain goes in when I hear Valley, aside from condiments, I almost just said
Yeah.
condoms, but condiments is I'm a Cobra Kai fan. So, like, their big tournament that they do at the end is called the All Valley Karate Championship.
No, you have to fill me in. I don't know what the hell a Cobra Kai is.
You don't know? Oh my god! Oh, okay. Do you remember? Do you remember Karate Kid?
Uh, I know of Karate Kid.
Have you never seen Karate Kid?
No.
Oh my god! Okay, so the original Karate Kid is set in the 80s,
Uh-huh.
and the main character's name is Daniel LaRusso, and he moves to a new area. Him and his mother are like super poor, right? And his neighbor is a Japanese man named Mr. Miyagi.
Okay.
And
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Miyagi teaches Danny how to defend himself against the big bad bullies.
Mm-hmm.
And the big bad bully's name is Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Go figure.
right, yeah, Johnny, Danny, whatever. So the whole movie goes through whatever. They both learn karate. Danny beats Karate Kid spoilers, I guess. Danny beats
Oh,
Johnny
yeah.
at the All Valley
For anyone who
tournament.
hasn't seen it.
Right, at the All Valley
Okay.
tournament in the 80s. Cobra
Uh-huh.
Kai is a Netflix show that fast forwards 30 years, 40 years now, I guess. And it's
Oh, okay.
Daniel LaRusso's kids and
Okay.
Johnny's kids and a neighbor kid. And
Uh-huh.
they're all learning karate again and they're all fighting again. And it's great. What was it? Season 1 ended with some huge high school wide fight. It was great. It's so cool. I cannot.
Okay. Okay.
But so the tournament is the All Valley Karate Tournament because
Mm-hmm.
it's referring to a valley of which his name I'm forgetting now of California. So that's what I think of.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, at least now I know what that show is about, and I can maybe give it a chance instead of being like, "Oh, skip." I have no idea what that's going to be about.
Oh, please watch it. It's the perfect mixture of like corny 80s jokes and references
Okay.
and genuine combat, and it's so good. I can't emphasize enough. For those of you out there that haven't given Cobra Kai a chance, give it a chance. Even Olivia, who's like not into like super action stuff or whatever, was like,
Yeah.
this is good. I'm like, right.
All
You
right,
like
maybe
it. You like
I'll
it.
give it a try. We'll see. Aren't you doing karate or something? Muay Thai? What are you learning?
Jiu-jitsu,
Yeah, that one.
Muay Thai. Muay Thai is, I think, complex. Yeah, so I've gone to 2 classes.
Oh, okay.
I got my gi, which is the uniform.
Cute.
It fits awfully funny. And the point is to like be, you're a nobody in this gi, right? Like that's the point. You're like a pupil, so it doesn't matter what you look like in this gi.
Yeah.
I don't look great.
Okay. Well, yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's not the point, but what does not great mean? Like, does
I
it make you, are you a rectangle?
Yep, I have wide hips, and it insinuates as wide hips, and I look like if a doorstop had a face.
Oh my god. I feel like that should be, if we don't already have a picture picked out for this episode, it should be of you in your gi.
Oh God, I have to go.
We need to know.
So
we need to know.
I'm
sure it's not as bad as you think it is.
I have a class
sure.
coming up, and I have to make sure that the one that I'm wearing is the one that fits me appropriately. Because I don't even know if it fits right. Like I don't even know what it's supposed to fit like because I've never done martial arts before this. So I'm like,
okay, Google it.
I did. I Googled it, and the messaging was unclear. It was unclear. It was like, well, it should feel this way. I'm like, well, it feels those ways, but it looks dumb. So I don't understand. And the belt is really hard to tie. So that's a whole thing. So when I go on Tuesday, if I am confirmed that it is on appropriately and I don't look dumb because it fits wrong, I will take a picture of it and post it for the world to see.
Oh, we're so excited. We can't wait.
I'm disgusted.
Disgusted. Don't be disgusted. I'm positive it's not as bad as you think it is. But still, that's exciting. 2 classes is good. That's progress.
I drank the Kool-Aid. I'm like totally on board. I'm really excited about it. So
I think you said that last time. So
I did.
I wanted to see how long this was going to last for.
The follow-up was also good. Being simultaneously bad and good at something is very nice. Like I'm bad at it because I'm new, but as soon as I get it, I'm good, which is nice.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you're picking it up quick?
Yeah.
That's good.
Who knew
That's
hitting people
fun.
would be easy for me? I'm shocked, truly.
Some kind of stress relief, huh?
Yeah.
Seems like a good way to go about that or whatever.
And it's an hour twice a week. I mean, how can you not make time for an hour twice a week? What?
I mean, that sounds kind of difficult, but I forget not
difficult to make an
schedule
hour for something twice a week.
Yeah. But I'm currently working like 3 jobs, so it's difficult to do anything besides like work and sleep.
Well, yeah, I also work like, 9 jobs, but
yeah. So,
but I've been forcing myself to do it because rest is good and you shouldn't feel guilty for resting. I'm really struggling with this today. I was telling Maggie earlier off air that I paid off my private student loan of like $21,000. I finally paid off the last little chunk today.
Yay! If there was an audience, they'd be clapping.
Right. Like an episode of Seinfeld. And I was excited about it for all of 4 minutes. And then I logged into the federal loan website and saw that I owe $200,500 still.
Yeah, but like I said, one down and screw the rest.
I know. And it's defeatist of me to think of, and it's stupid that I'm like so in my head about it, but I'm like, wow, I really shouldn't even have enough time to breathe. I should be working all the time to throw every tiny little morsel of money I have at this thing.
No, you shouldn't, because you're not a machine and you need breaks. So it's good to take them.
But I feel like shit in the breaks, and that's the worst part. Like, oh yeah, I'm taking a break, but I hate the break. Like, I just hate it. I hate it.
Okay, yeah. So you squeezed in jujitsu into the like few bits of space you had left in your week. That's nice.
Yeah, and this and podcast stuff, which is
podcast stuff, which is time consuming. Roughly
an hour a week for recording, and then boy, the YouTube videos, those are tough. So to match up the transcription with the video is like uber time consuming.
Yeah, I barely have patience for it in TikTok, so
yeah, so
kudos.
I started it.
It's not my job.
And quickly was like, oh, this is a later project. This is not something I'm going to hammer out in an hour. This is going to take me 6 hours. So when I release next week's episode, I'm just going to be like, yeah. And also, here's the first few episodes that I finally got around to transcribing because I work at my urgent care job tomorrow, and it's going to be 12 hours of nothingness. I mean, it's going to be 12 hours of,
Okay.
we see like 11 patients a day. I mean, which for a provider in a 12-hour period, 11 patients is less than a patient an hour, and that's extremely slow. So I'll have a lot of downtime there to work on that. But I'm like, yeah, I tried to hammer it out the other day before I went to work, and I was like, oh no, I got like 30 seconds into the video, and it took me like an hour. And I was like, oh God, oh gosh.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it. Yeah.
But I feel god awful posting anything to the internet that has visual and doesn't have transcription.
I know, I do too. I've been trying to get better about that, but yeah.
Oh, we
Anyway.
haven't talked since that company stole my face.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
Those two companies stole my face, XKX Life and Shop
Yeah.
Rodick. You're both scumbag companies. I still hate you.
Have they ever gotten back to you?
Shop Rodick responded to me and said, quote, "We're very sorry. We'll fix it right
Go screw
away."
yourself.
End quote. No, they apologized and said they'd fix it. I responded and said, "I would like clarification and confirmation on what you mean by fix it. I would like confirmation that you mean that you are going to pay me what I'm owed, remove the ads, and refund the money that you ripped off people who thought it was me." And they didn't respond to that at all.
Sure.
And then the other company just never responded. I've sent them an email every day since it happened. They just haven't responded. Somebody else who's in marketing got a hold of me and was like, hey, when I've worked with social media companies to run promoted ads in the past, it takes 3 days once you initiate a strike down to like get it taken down. So I don't know. And I haven't, nobody sent me any more. Nobody's found a new one or sent me another one again. So, but I also don't know if that's because they truly don't exist, or if because the people that the video has been pushed to have already reported it, so they're not seeing it.
Yeah, I would say probably that.
That's what I think. I think it's still out there. I think it's still floating out there, but I'm not.
Yeah.
I have no way of seeing it now. I've tried to like organically see it on the Satisfying Static page, and I can't find it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So if anybody listening sees Kristine's face promoting headphones, please screenshot it and send it to us.
Yeah,
then report it.
Unless it's a video that says Kristine Kapow in it somewhere, then it's legit. Because I did that one video from January of 2022, which is the one that everybody stole. But if it's if it's an ad, or I'm responding to a question about headphones, it's fake. Because the ad is, they framed it so it was like me responding to somebody's comment about Bone Connection headphones, which is total BS and not at all happening.
That is so creepy, but yeah, welcome to the internet.
I hate everyone. And I'm like, I don't ever want to do a product review again. I'm like, if I do, I'll watermark the shit out of it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
But even that can get.
Totally. Yeah. I saw Courtney's been like watermarking a lot of her videos, especially like her videos with her dogs.
Her dog videos get taken a lot, though. I think her dog videos end up all over.
Everywhere.
Like in Facebook pages, especially. Like Facebook pages about like German Shepherds and what's the other one she has? It's not a Malamute, but it starts with an M and I can never say it right.
Malwa? Whatever.
Like
anyway,
we're talking about Courtney Craven.
Please follow her.
Yeah,
and then then you'll know all about the dogs.
Yes, the dogs are great. She's hilarious. She's also a Massachusetts lesbian. We love that for us.
Oh yeah, I forget about that. That's right.
She's in Western Massachusetts.
East Coasters out there.
Yeah.
Why did we start talking about her? Oh yeah, I saw her watermarking her stuff. That's right.
Yeah, theft. That's what we're talking about.
Theft. That's right. We were talking about scams and thieves.
MLMs.
Did you know one of the most common scams like last year were romance scams? Also, can you hear the dog crying in the background?
I can hear her crying in the background, and I've chosen to just let it be. Let her cry.
I feel like I want to let her out before she starts barking at me, but we're going to ride this out for a second.
Oh,
anyway.
Boy.
Back to romance scams. Yeah, and then, like, I was having a conversation with someone about the Tinder swindler. Did you see that one?
I haven't watched it, but I heard about it. He defrauded, like, millions, right? Like, loads of money.
So much money from people. And I was like, how do people fall for this? But it's like apparently a very common scam is to make people fall in love with you on the internet and then take all their money. So, but like, I mean, spoilers, but he basically like used one woman's money to take another woman out. So
Right.
like,
So he could get even more money because he like really
right.
sold that he was this millionaire
Exactly.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you were like,
Yeah.
oh, well, of course he's got money. I'm on a private jet and we're doing these fancy things and he's flying
Right.
me around the world or
Right.
whatever. And silly little old me, I was like, oh yeah, I probably would have believed he was like, he had money too until he started asking for money. And the girl I was talking to was like, I didn't believe it. Want to know why? And I was like, why? And she was like, because he didn't buy them anything. I didn't hear, oh, he bought me purses. Oh, he bought me jewelry, or he did this. All he did was let you tag along. And I was like,
with his experiences. Yeah.
that's a very good point.
Yeah.
That's a very fair point. Like, shit. Oh, okay. I didn't even consider that. Like, yeah, that's true. He wasn't really doing anything for them. He was just kind of like, hey, I'm going to
No.
Germany.
Want to
Hop
come
on.
with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I had never, man,
No, I mean,
perspective.
it's like people that come up with these scams too are just like thoroughly impressive. Like the Nigerian prince scams, I'll never get it. I never get it. The
I
people who
know.
call and they're like, I have a child kidnapped in some third world country. You must pay me this money now. Like, you think that they're really calling Pamela B. Smith in Ohio to ask for money
I
for
know.
that?
Those ones I'm always like, I just feel bad because I feel like the target
Oh, they're so
demo
predatory. Yeah, they're
is
so
it's like
predatory.
so bad. It's so bad. But these are like intelligent women. You know what I mean? It was just
Right.
like they believed that he had money. I don't know why. For some reason, they also believed that like, oh, funds were held up or something, or this happened, and he would pay them back.
In this
But
day and age, too, like
I know.
with the access to the internet, Google his name.
Well, they did. That's the thing. He looked legit.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was his LinkedIn like to the teeth of
It
corporate
was like
things?
it was always like something shady, right? So like the company name was like vague because it was like Diamonds Inc. or something.
Oh my
And
god.
then, and it was just like all this stuff like, yeah, and he had been spending other women's money. So his Instagram looked legit. He looked like it was really him. It was really him flying around the country,
Doing these experiences, right?
being
Sure.
on yachts, doing all this shit with other people's money. So like, yeah, they Googled him and like, yes, he had online profiles like legitimately looking like he was who he was because he just didn't get his money the way that he told people he did.
This is giving me Firefest vibes.
Oh my god, I know.
Like,
I know.
yeah, let's go rent this yacht and take the yacht around that island that we haven't actually gotten permission for or like zoned anything out on.
Oh
And let's see
my god,
what
I
happens.
know. I know.
For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, there's a lovely, I don't know if it's still on Netflix.
Well, who doesn't know
well,
about the Fire Festival at this point?
There was a fire festival. It was supposed to be like an electric dance music, an EDM festival. It was supposed to be huge. And it was supposed to be on this island. There's a private island that they got permission for, and then last minute they lost permission, and then they didn't really think through any of the logistics. The meals that they were giving out were like a piece of bread and like a single slice of cheese. And it was just like, this thing was a disaster from start to finish. People got stranded there. A lot of people got sick. It's a whole thing. The guy went to prison. And Ja Rule was involved.
Ja Rule was involved. Yeah.
Ja Rule was involved. So I can't remember what the Netflix special is called. I think it's called.
Listen, first of all,
Just
it's a cultural phenomenon. So there's like 2 Netflix documentaries. There's like 3 on Hulu, and he is also in that series about making Anna, whatever, that like Russian girl who like pretended to have money and then like was just hanging out with like rich and famous people in New York.
Oh, I haven't watched that, but it looked good.
It's good. It's good. But yeah, he's also like his character's also in that. So like,
I can't remember his name either.
I can't either because it's not important. But the whole thing is a cultural phenomenon. If you haven't heard of Fire Festival at this point, like you don't have internet.
You don't have internet. That's what it is. It's not because you don't care about EDM festivals or anything else.
No, it's because you don't have internet because it was literally everywhere. It was inescapable when it happened.
Yeah,
but
it was. That was a while ago. 4 years ago, 5 years.
It was a while ago now. Yeah, I think it was like I don't remember. It doesn't matter. Anyway, not important. Anyway, scams.
We started at Valley. We've already made a good lead.
Yeah, we jumped to scams. Do we need another word? Oh,
We
is
can
this
give them.
a 2-word episode?
It's going to be a 2-word episode. Valley wasn't very good, though.
Valley wasn't a good one, no. What is this dog doing?
Bird. Bird is the next one. Do you got your...
I don't know if I
just
have anything for a bird.
All right. We'll do a third word. Horror.
Horror?
Horror.
Oh, we can do that. I mean, that's an easy one. I have my Necronomicon pillow here.
Your what?
Not anyone listening can see that, but
what is that word that you just said to me?
It's the
Necronomicon.
It's the Necronomicon from Evil Dead. For anyone who does know, it's the book that they read in the Evil Dead that makes them all. Are they zombies? I feel like for horror people, this is going to be debatable, but they're zombies. Anyway, yeah.
I've never seen Evil Dead.
That's okay. A lot of people haven't, and I'm fine with that.
It's Bruce Campbell, though, right?
Yeah, the original. Yeah. Well, I guess Evil. Okay, you're gonna set me off on a tangent. I guess the most common one people know is really Evil Dead 2, because Evil Dead, the original, after it came out and it was like whatever. I think it was like lukewarm. The
lukewarm movie.
No, I love the original, and I think the latest remake is more about like being the original, which is cool because the original still scares the shit out of me. But Evil Dead 2, so the director of Evil Dead was like, no, we can do this better. So Evil Dead 2 is actually just really a remake of Evil Dead, where Bruce Campbell gets the like chainsaw arm, if you're familiar with that version.
Yes, I am. Yes.
And then that leads into Army of Darkness, where they're like in this whole other universe, and he's like fighting zombies with chainsaw arm. Anyway, yeah. Fun facts about horror.
So I don't know. My tattoo artist was obsessed with Evil Dead, so we had posters everywhere or whatever. So I know it quasi through him. My father was obsessed with Hellbound Hellraiser.
Oh, okay.
That was his brand of horror movies. So like, I would open like the VHS cabinet. That's how old I am. And I would see like this.
No, it's funny because like I got for Christmas, my ex got me like VHS magnets of horror movies. And I was like, oh yeah, it's because I'm funny.
Old. Right, it's because we're old. Yeah, that hurts. It hurts. It hurts in here.
Damn it.
But they were all like Pinhead from Hellbound Hellraiser. I've never seen a single Pinhead movie. I've never seen any of it.
People are
but to this day, that man haunts me.
Yeah, people are obsessed with that. That's never been my brand of horror. I'm not really a Hellraiser person.
I don't do horror movies well. My cousin made me sit down and watch all the Halloweens one time, and Michael Myers has since been like my trigger for like years. Like I hate that man. So I won't watch any of those movies.
How do you feel about Halloween then? Because I feel like there's always tons of Mike Myers walking around.
I hate it. I like the holiday in general. I hate that he is being rehashed still to this day. Can't we just let him go? I would rather do like a Freddy Krueger or like a Jason. Can we just let him go?
No, we love keeping him scary. It's because he's always been a mystery.
I hate him. I hate it. The other one I really didn't like is a movie which name I forget all the time. I was tricked into seeing it. We were in the theater. I was looking at my phone, and they were like, "Oh yeah, look, it's this one." And then we went in there, and it wasn't that one. It's got Ethan Hawke in it. His family moves into a house. There's Super 8 films upstairs.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. Actually, when did like a year ago? That one scared the shit out. That one's terrifying.
It was so scary. What was it like? Scene or?
I really can't tell. I couldn't even guess what it's called, but I do remember that I watched it.
S.
And I tried to be brave. I watched it alone. I tried to be so brave to get through the whole thing, and I had to like pause it and watch the rest of it during the daytime. That movie was scary as hell, and I don't know if it gets enough credit because Ethan Hawke.
Sinister.
Oh man, that would be so scary.
It was scary. There was a second one. Never saw it.
Yeah, I didn't either. I refused.
The first one,
I can't. I'm good.
The first one was enough to send me. Spoiler alert for everybody. There's one point where he's editing the footage or watching the footage on his computer. He's like put it onto his MacBook. and he looks away, and the creature on the screen turns and looks at him, and it was just the most bone chilling.
Yeah.
I can vividly in my head. I saw this when I was like a freshman in college, like 2012, and I remember it very clearly.
Oh, see, I remember that scene too, because that's literally the scariest scene.
Yeah.
I watched it recently just because I was like, Ethan Hawke, how scary can it be? It
Oh
was
my God,
terrifying.
so good.
And then I did power through and watch the whole thing, and realistically, like, they just did a really good job at the suspense part, because you're
Yeah.
like constantly terrified that you're gonna see that again.
Yeah.
And I think it only really pops up like one or two more times, but it's like after that you're like, oh, I'm okay. Like,
I was
it's
gonna
okay.
say, in total, I think the creature shows up on screen maybe 5 times. Like, not that
Yeah.
often, but enough
No.
that you're waiting for it to come again.
Right. Yeah, they
But
did a really good job with that.
I like thrillers. Like, I loved Get Out as a
Oh,
thriller.
yeah. Get Out is good, yeah.
Like, so good as a thriller.
Yeah.
Because that was scary in a different way, right? Like, that wasn't scary, like,
Yeah.
haunting scary. That was scary and, like, could have happened. People might actually be doing this shit.
Yeah, yeah.
But the good guy won. Like,
yeah. True. Yeah, I do like psychological thrillers. I feel like those are a little bit easier to digest sometimes.
what was there's another one that I, like, hated next to Sinister. I can't remember what it was. Oh, I didn't hate it, but Haunting in Connecticut.
I don't think I watched that one.
That one I thoroughly enjoy. It's about this
Okay.
mother and her teenage son. Teenage son has cancer. They're making these long trips back and forth for him to get chemo. Finally, they just say, forget it, let's buy a house closer. They find a huge house big enough for all of his siblings. And they're like, wow, it's vacant. That's so weird. They buy the house, and then it comes out. It kind of turns out like, oh, it's haunted because it's an old funeral home.
Oh, of course.
But wait, it's not just an old funeral home. It's an old funeral home where the funeral director's son was like a medium who they buried bodies in the walls to like make spirits stay in this house.
Okay.
The history part is actually really, and I think that's why I liked it so much, is because
you like history.
Right. And they did a really good job breaking down the lore of like,
sure.
This is why this house is like this. This is what this kid was doing. This is what's going on.
Yeah.
And that was really good. That was suspenseful. If Get Out and Sinister were to have a baby, it would be that movie.
Okay. That's fair. And that sounds like your type of horror. Yeah, there's like so many subcategories to horror. It's hard to be like, I don't like horror. Like, I mean, I think most people are cool with like thrillers or psychological thrillers where there's not like a whole lot of like gore. And then you have your like gore category, which it takes special kinds of people. But that can be fun too. And then you have your traditionalists who like campy, like silly horror comedies. So a lot of the horror movies I watch are actually horror comedies. I always try to explain this to people because literally everybody I meet is like, I'm not really into horror. And I'm like, but can I suggest you give it a chance?
You're talking about like Cabin in the Woods?
Okay, Cabin in the Woods is more scary, less funny. No, I mean more like evil, like I think Army of Darkness would be more horror comedy. Like it's really like cheesy one-liners. And there are a lot of puns. It is meant to be really funny. There's also
another one, like Day of the Dead.
I wouldn't say Day of the Dead is a horror comedy. Another one I would say like that hasn't had enough credit. Oh well, Shaun of the Dead is one if you've ever seen that. That's definitely a horror comedy. But there's another one called Fido, I think, which is like a zombie apocalypse world, but like we've learned to manage the zombie situation, and so like zombies are like our pets or like slaves, or like they work at grocery stores and take out trash and stuff.
So it's like The Walking Dead, right? Where they were like walking around with zombies at the end of The Walking Dead.
No, but like we're like living like normally. We're not like trying to survive and like keep zombies out. Like we're just like, it's just like day to day, and they're like literally like on leashes like pets. And so it's kind of funny. And so the one pet, like Fido, is this like family's like zombie, and him and the mom end up falling in love, and then we get rid of the dad, and then it's just a happy little family.
It's like How to Train Your Dragon, but with zombies.
Yeah, kind of.
Gross. I can't get in that camp.
So, I love that movie, and I'm always mad people like haven't seen it because I think it's hilarious. That is definitely in the horror comedy camp. But
You know what
yeah.
movie really got me? Pet Sematary, the OG Pet Sematary.
Oh God, that was so scary.
That was terrifying. That was absolutely terrifying.
Some of those super old movies are so scary, like The Omen. Omen terrifies me. What's the other one? Rosemary's Baby. No, I can't. Like nothing scary really even happens, but just like the whole that whole suspense genre, I'm just like, oh no, I don't do that to me.
There's another one I saw. It was like a Netflix one. I didn't see it until it came out on Netflix, and it was like Don't Breathe, and it's about like
yeah. I've seen that.
These like young adults that break into this blind guy's house, and it turns out the
God,
blind guy's like a total sociopath. And I'm like, oh,
I watched
God.
that. I watched that. Yeah, I watched that recently. That was like very, very good and very scary.
The second one just came out too, and I think that's
I haven't seen it.
I didn't know.
I don't know if I would watch that by myself. I did not watch the first one by myself.
I did not watch the first one by myself.
Hush? You might like it actually.
Hush.
I think that's what it's called. We're going to have to, somebody's going to need to check me if it's not called Hush. So we can, hopefully there's comments on this podcast somewhere. But, so it's a deaf girl living in the woods by herself.
Oh, yeah.
Like far away from most humans. And somebody is trying to break into her house.
Deaf and mute.
Yes. Yeah.
Came out in 2016.
Right
yeah, yes. I looked it up. It came out in 2016.
Okay.
Yeah.
That movie is like terrifying in that like suspenseful way where the whole time you're just like gripping your seat like, oh crap, what is gonna happen next?
Wow.
So like it's not scary in that way. Like it's not gory, like not overly gory in any way, and it's not like gross just for the sake of being gross. It really is just like, holy shit, like I can't, like, what if I was in this situation? Like, what the fuck would you do?
Yeah. I think that's what scares me about the Saw movies is I'm always like,
yeah.
No, if somebody kidnapped me and threw me in a box and said, cut off your arm or you die, I don't know what I would do. I would probably try and cut off my arm, but I don't think I don't have the resolve for that. I just don't think I do.
So my friend also loves horror, and everyone thinks we're weird because she also kind of looks like this. For those of you who can't see me, I'm kind of like the human version of a golden retriever. So like people are always really surprised. But she was like, well, it gives us that's the best opportunity that we get to escape, because these are scenarios that we won't, hopefully, ever be in ourselves. And so it's like this one situation in life where you get to like really just escape and be like, holy shit, what would I do if this were to happen to me? And it's like a weird kind of cathartic experience.
That's so nice. I have the exact opposite where my brain is like, oh, now you know what to do when this happens, and now it's gonna happen. The universe is like, oh, we've prepared you to be dumped into a giant vat of dirty needles, and now you know what to do if it happens. That's one of the Saw tortures. They throw a heroin addict into a
I've seen them all.
And it hurts me. I've never watched any of them all the way through. I've literally only seen bits and pieces, and I was like, oh, that's my nightmare. That's my nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know if they've gotten, horror movies these days. I don't know if the Saw movies have gotten progressively less like gory, or if I've just become so desensitized to them over time that I was like, the last few
there's
are
like 15
whatever.
of them, wasn't there?
I think I only got, is there 5? I think I've seen 5 of them.
Oh, no,
Googling it now.
There's like so many more than that, right?
Oh,
there's 9.
There's 9 of them?
There's 9 of them.
I mean, I guess there's never a shortage of ways that we can dream up of torturing people. And on that note, we're about at time.
We are, but I just want one final thought process on Saw. I simply cannot get behind a serial killer that rides a tricycle.
Sorry. No, I hear you. I hear you on that. Yeah, no, I agree with you. He's never won a place in my heart. Like, as soon as they presented the like little masked doll thing, I was like, this is no longer scary. I am over this.
I cannot. Yeah. So there's 9 of them, and one of them, so it goes, whatever. One of them is like Spiral from the Book of Saw, which is separate from the name Saw. But there's Saw the Final Chapter, Saw 5, Saw 4, Saw 3, Jigsaw, Saw 2, Saw 6, the original Saw. I mean, there's a lot of them.
Yeah, I've lost interest.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, 100%. So the end of this is Maggie likes horror more than Kristine does, and Kristine can't take a serial killer seriously that rides in on a tricycle. And we started with Valley.
Oh, yeah. Wait, did we pick another word? Oh, horror. Yeah. Okay, we did. Okay, so that's how we ended up down this tunnel. I was like, how the hell? Okay.
We did Valley. We did
does make
Bird.
sense.
We failed at Bird, and then we got to horror again.
Bird really just made me think of my ex, so I was like, I don't know if I want to do
I don't even. Okay.
Of Voldemort, not.
Oh, okay. All right. So that means not her most recent ex removed.
Yeah.
A different one.
The other one.
I was
the other huge chunk of my life.
Well, wait, I want to know why, because now I'm confused.
No, not her. I don't. No, that one wouldn't make sense, actually.
Right,
No.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's that. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's been a blast.
Until next time.
We hope you guys enjoyed this one, and maybe let us know if you've watched any of our amazing movie recs.
Yeah, let me know. I'm so excited. All right, bye.
Bye.